I never start out a video showing you all of the loot like this. So this is from part 1 of today's adventure. So if you missed part 1, go back and watch it. I will put the link in the description below. Now let's get moving on to part 2 and see what else we can find. Our first stop is Vintage Alley, and this place is only about 2 blocks away from that epic store, Tammy's Treasures, that I took you to in episode 1. The first thing that catches my eye is this beautiful little cabinet with these hand-painted flowers on it. I love these little bohemian touches 2 pieces. It's only $69. But then when you look at the side, it's got some kind of an underwater scene. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I was really digging the flowers, but I definitely can't do the underwater scene on the side. These are some of my favorite copper mixing bowls, but I actually have a couple of them that I still haven't gotten listed in my shop sale. So even for $12, I'm going to pass on those today. However, this I'm definitely going to be picking up. This looks like a mid-century carved onyx decanter set. There are 4 of the cups plus the tray, and all I need to do is check and see if there are any large chips. It's only $39 for the entire set, and she said when I walked in the door that everything in the entire store is 25% off. That is a screaming deal. I've seen these sell for well over $100 online before. This piece here looks like it is a Matthew Adams piece. I have sold a couple of the ones that have polar bears on them. I think these are beautiful pieces of Alaskan pottery. And let's see, they've got $14 on it, which is a great deal. And there's the signature. So it is a Matthew Adams piece. These are really neat and very collectible. And now I spot the winner in the store. This is going to be perfect for my Crater Lake collection that I've got going on. This antique frame was only $20. If you guys are coming to Longview, definitely come to see Vintage Alley. Wait, hold up. I was headed to the car and then I spotted this fantastic beast that is coming home with me. Now it's time to head next door and we're going to hit Offbeat. This place is really fun and kind of offbeat. They definitely have some very wild things here. I asked the girl at the front counter about this piece, and it is a giant carved wood owl that came out of an estate sale that they recently liquidated. How fun would this be to have inside your house? I'm always on the hunt for these fabric and wallpaper stamps. What was interesting about this one is this is the first time I've actually come across a solid metal one. Typically when I come across them, they're made out of carved wood from India. This is a hand-carved bird and it was only $10, so I picked that up. And then this little cutie here for $5.95. I'm very excited about this one. I almost picked up this brass dragon. It was only $14, and I think that these are so great to hang jewelry from, but I decided I've been spending a lot of money today, so I'm going to pass on that one. Speaking of spending money, this beautiful burlwood bowl was $52. I just couldn't do it. I have one of these in my kitchen, and it's one of my favorite pieces, but I only paid $8 for it at a thrift store. I am, however, going to grab these salad bowl utensils because they have the lucite handles. They're only $14 for the pair, and the fact that they have the lucite on them is what makes them so cool. Okay, I'm not into having kitchen-themed things in your kitchen, but some reason this dude's kind of cute. I'm kind of feeling it. Oh my gosh, these scissors would be so perfect for toast tongs, you guys. Imagine just popping your toast up and you can grab them with scissors. That is so stinking adorable. I've seen this painting here 3 times and I don't know why I don't buy it. I love it every time I see it. And I double check the price. I see if it's been marked down. It's totally a reasonable price for such a beautiful piece. I don't know why I don't buy it. We'll see. If it's there next time, you guys, I'm getting it for sure. Just grabbing these 3 things, and now we get to head next door to the 3rd vintage shop in a row. I'm not in need of any more outdoor furniture or side tables, but these are really cute and they're so cheap. $30 for both of them. That's only $15 each. That would be so cute if you put glass on top and had those as your little outdoor tables. The colors on this cloisonne vase are so beautiful. I've never seen this color combination with that bright yellow. It doesn't have a price tag, so we'll have to go to the front counter and ask and see how much it is. They just opened this back area here, and this is actually the first time that I've been in this back half of the store. It looks like they're even still getting things set up right now. This is why I love thrifting. You never know what you're going to find. Are these optometrist chairs? I don't know. They kind of look like it, don't they? That's what's so fun about thrifting. You never know what you're going to find. I love this piece. If it was an actual painting instead of a print, I would probably pick it up. I think it's so beautiful and peaceful, and I kind of want to be there right now at that lake, just chilling. Seeing this vintage enamel is making me think of camping because I have a black and white set that I use every time I go on a camping trip. I am so looking forward to this summer, hitting the road, going on some camping trips, and getting in nature. These brass bells always sell really well for me. They were only $12, and I'm not quite sure why I didn't grab them, especially because there were 2 of the claw bells. Some people get very overwhelmed when they walk into a vintage store and it's very cluttered like this with a lot of small things, but this is where I get excited. This is where I take my time and I do my scan and I check all the shelves, because this is where you're going to find your Lisa Larson or your Batosi bowl. This is where those things are always going to be hiding. And it's so fun because usually I don't find one of those awesome pieces, but then the day that you do is a day that you'll remember forever. And if you're on the hunt for something really weird and really out there, here you go. This is where you find it. Now let's go find some really good deals at Goodwill. They are not vintage, but I am on the hunt for comfy sandals for this upcoming summer, and these are Eileen Fisher shoes. What a great deal. Her shoes sell for quite a lot online. Even though it's almost always a pot made in China, I still have to flip it over just in case it is a 1960s or 70s Gainey pot. These are gorgeous mixed metal goblets. I'm definitely going to be getting these. A brass mid-century figural bird with a marble base. The wings have a little bit of heavy patina on them, but that's no problem. I can easily get that cleaned up. I love calla lilies in real life, not just in napkin holders. I think they're one of the most beautiful flowers there is. This is so funny. I just told my husband like 3 days ago that I needed one of these for one of the drawers in our new rental home because none of the ones we brought from the old house fit the drawers. And I saw these on Amazon. They were roughly $20. Here's an expandable one right here at Goodwill for $3.99. I love when that happens. I am not into faux plants, but I have several spaces in the new rental home that there's just no natural light, and I really need to have something green in there or it's going to drive me crazy. And since I've been finding so much tropical stuff, let's go for this one too. I am so excited to get home with all of these treasures and get decorating. I was not kidding in part 1 of Longview when I said that the coolest critter that I got today was coming at you in part 2. Look at this dude. Now, this was not on my bucket list to find this amazing jaguar, but I definitely have come across them in vintage stores in the past, and I've been really taken with them. I think that they are so dramatic and so fun, a little bit 80s to me. I never thought that I was going to be bringing one of these home, let alone to keep, because honestly, my husband is into design almost as much as I am, and I didn't think he was going to be down for keeping a piece like this in our home. But guess what? He loves it. I actually think he was more excited than I was about it, which is really funny. So we are gonna keep him and we're gonna put him in front of our fireplace. And we are currently looking for tiles to recover that area with something temporary since we are just renting. And I think now that we got this guy, we're gonna go a completely different direction because he's like a jaguar or leopard and he needs to be in a jungle. That'll be a fun project and I will share it with you guys soon. I can't believe that I found all of this in one day, including a bunch of things you can't even see here on the floor. So I think that even though the shopping is over, the fun is not over because my favorite thing to do is decorate. So let's get styling with some of this stuff. In the spirit of decorating with tropical and jungle vibes, I decided to get into my closet and break out my one and only luau party dress. I thrifted this at Goodwill for $4.99. I haven't had a party to go to wear it yet, so I decided I'm gonna do it today while I'm decorating. Before we get to the decorating, I do wanna show you guys why I left you hanging last week and what I was so excited about. All right, here she is in all of her glory. Not fuzzy, I'm talking about the desk. I've been looking for a double-sided desk for this space because I really did not want to walk into this room and have just an ugly backside of a desk. I really needed something that was finished on both sides, and I thought it was so fun that this one had the bookshelf. There's a couple things about this desk that I was very specifically looking for, and that is why I took my time and was very patient. I really wanted something that had either a kidney or kind of a mid-century modern boomerang shape to it, so it checked that box. This might sound a little bizarre, but I am a huge fan of the way that these curve up and have a lip. So I knew that I wanted the shape, the lip, and a bookshelf on the backside. This is the space I'm going to be using for my office / filming studio. And this is the reason why I really wanted to have a finished backside on the desk. The camera is going to be looking at the angle that you're looking at right now. And I think that this is going to be beautiful, and I can decorate with all my cute little vintage smalls down there. Let's see, what else do I have going on over here? I almost have time to get started on this space. I have been so busy, you guys, with the move and remodeling projects at the old house. It's been nuts. But that's not always a bad thing because it's giving me time to figure out what I really want to do with this space because I have a lot of options. One option I'm thinking of doing is hanging a cluster of lamps together. I have these two vintage Moroccan lights, and I think it would go really well with this 1920s light that I have right here. But I'll try to show you guys in one of the next few videos. I actually have several other options too to pick from. And I've got my gorgeous wallpaper over here. I cannot wait to get this hung. I think it's going to completely transform the space. So this entire wall here is going to be the wallpaper. It's going to be very bold and very dramatic and very beautiful. I believe that we should all walk into our homes and feel that feeling and just be excited, excited to share our home with other people and excited about each of the items in our home. And I think that that is why I love thrifting so much. If you go to Target, it's going to be a completely curated current trend look, and you can buy everything in the store, but it's just going to look like a Target store. What I love about getting pieces one at a time is you get to build a collection that's unique and personalized to you and what you love. My favorite thing is when you walk into a friend's house and it feels immediately like it is authentically them. Not you, not what you see on Instagram, but them. That is the key, and I think that is the goal. And one really important factor that I believe a lot of people overlook is mixing styles, mixing different decades, mixing different styles together to create your own unique individual style. That is how my style can be mid-century modern without feeling like everybody else has seen this before. I think that's the beauty of design, is you get to make it your own. And the reason I'm sharing all of that is because jungle is not necessarily my style. However, I love mixing jungle elements in with my mid-century modern. And with my Longview haul, I got a lot of jungle pieces, so I thought this was the perfect opportunity to show you guys how you can take a traditional mid-century modern dresser and mix it up a little bit. I'm pretty excited about how this turned out. I think it's really beautiful for every single thing being a thrift store find. I bet this entire vignette, including the $10 Goodwill dresser, would probably be less than $100 for everything you're seeing here. This lamp has to be one of my favorite lamps I've ever found, which is so funny because it is not mid-century modern, but I think it is so beautiful. I love the colors, I love the beaded fringe, and I think it looks beautiful mixed with these other found items. So the dresser was $10, this lamp was only $15. I got the tiger, I think, for $12 at a thrift store. I picked up this at the Long Beach Flea in California a few years ago for only $10. $12, $10, $5.95. Honestly, for a faux plant, I'm kind of digging this. I think I'm really gonna keep it. I think it's fun to have something a little bit exotic looking without having the stress of keeping it alive. I don't know if you noticed, but I did turn this around because I felt like this was just a little bit too traditional on this side. Another thing that you could do is just take this and place it in a larger copper pot, brass pot, or even a basket. In fact, let me go grab one and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Luckily, I basically have a vintage shop in my house, and I have that just around the corner. Oh, that's not even close. All right, work with me here. We're gonna do a little bit of imagining here. There we go, there we go. Okay, so pretend that that fits perfectly in the basket. And I didn't have this placemat over here because I think that's a little bit too much of the woven wicker. But it just shows you how easily it is to take something, pop it into another piece, and it completely changes the entire look of it. Maybe I should DIY paint that brass. If I'm keeping it for myself, I'm not above doing something like that.
That would be a lot more my style. And I'm a big believer that if you are keeping something for yourself, it's okay for you to alter it as long as it's not an authentic antique. I say get out there, buy secondhand, and make it work for you. This little brass vase is one of my favorite vases I found in a long time. I think it's so cute how it has this little ball down here. I'm definitely going to keep that one because you guys know I love to put vases in a mix match trio, and I've never come across this exact one before, so I'm going to hang on to that baby. Before we end this episode, I wanted to tell you guys that the Oregon Coast Grand Tour is coming soon. I'm getting ready to start planning that trip here, and I wanted to reach out to you guys and find out if any of you have vintage mall spaces or vintage shops that you would love to be featured. We're going to be kicking off this adventure in Astoria, Oregon, which is at the Washington-Oregon border, and we are going to pick our entire way down all the way to Brookings, Oregon, at the bottom of Oregon, right by the California border. It's going to be a blast, and I can't wait to take you guys with me. So if you have a vintage space, antique mall, thrift store, even a garage sale event going on in the next few weeks, please hit me up. Send an email to hello@leftcoastrevivals.com. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you in a brand new episode next week. We just have to take a moment to look at how cute Fuzzy is. Look how cute. Hey, no, Fuzzy. No, no, no. That's not what cute cats do. Jean-Pierre. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you want to shop my vintage finds, I list my brand new vintage the first Friday of every single month on my website, leftcoastrevivals.com. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's @leftcoastrevivals. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I know it's cheesy, but it helps my channel a lot, and I am super grateful for all the support. I will see you guys in a brand new adventure next week.